Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about another something to add to the dumpster fire of 2025. I'm talking about the mysterious drones that we're seeing on the East Coast of the United States. Now, normally stuff like this wouldn't really bother me, but the answers that we're hearing from those in charge are really not comforting anybody, right? So far, the Pentagon has denied foreign entities are behind the mysterious New Jersey drones. Okay, they've denied that there's any foreign entities. They've stated that the drones remain unexplained and are not connected to any foreign adversaries. The sightings of drones have raised concerns among residents in the area, and the military emphasized there is no evidence indicating foreign involvement in this matter. Does that make you feel good, like in the pits of your stomach, that we've got these drones, they're flying over the East Coast, Maryland, Massachusetts, Maine, and other places, coming from offshore? And the military, they don't know, they can't tell us who it is, they can't tell us what it is, but they can tell us it's not foreign. Why does this not make sense? Or maybe it does. Maybe we can sort of piece together what this stuff means by filtering it through the lens of what they're revealing and what they're not revealing. So if they're telling us that they know it's not foreign, we're getting this from the military, what can we presume from that? We can presume they have satellite surveillance as well as radar, LiDAR, who knows what other kind of forms of protection we have, so that they somehow know these are not coming from a foreign enemy. That doesn't really make sense if they can't tell us who it's from and it's not from them. This all leads me to believe this has to be a military black ops project. What else could it be? They seem to know about it. They're okay with, you know, robots flying in our airspace. What could this be? Well, I've got a couple of theories. I have zero to back this up. This is true tinfoil hat territory, folks. But what are you going to do? In the with the lack of any reasonable explanation from authorities, we got to the internet and the world will fill this void, and I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on it. So, what would make sense to me? A military project, assuming this is our military, these are their drones. Why would they want drones flying in civilian airspace? Well, there's a couple scenarios. One, we could be thinking about responses to potential foreign drone attacks. Two, we could be thinking about domestic crowd control. In the event of a large public uprising, which would no doubt include at least a segment of those people enlisted in the military, how can we deal with that? Well, what if we have a set of robot drones directed by AI who don't require like the buy-in of people? This is the robot drone war we've been asking for. We've been buying for ourselves. And I got news for you people. If you want to have a war, if you want warfare to turn into robots fighting robots, then we better really look out for the Japanese, because that's what they've been thinking about like since World War II. Right? That's if we look at their manga and anime and everything, like they got a thing for robots and giant robots and fighting robots and robot combat. What I think it also means is that as the price of these things goes down, then there's an automatic leveling of the playing field, right? When like a drone that costs a few $100s to produce in another country, they can just produce swarms of these things and they can overwhelm even our most sophisticated multi-million, billion, trillion-dollar defense systems. Then what happens? And when you have artificial intelligence that can take in telemetry and deploy these things in real time, we're in for some crazy shenanigans. Now, just today, speaking of crazy shenanigans, we did find a drone. Someone did find a drone that they claim is from China, but it's not the flying kind. These are the underwater drones. In the Philippines, they recovered a suspected Chinese submarine drone. A submarine drone suspected to be from China was recovered in waters off the central Philippines, according to police reports. 3 fishermen discovered the yellow drone marked HY119 floating at sea near San Pascual in the Masbate province. The drone is not armed, but its recovery has potential national security implications, police stated. Research indicates that HY119 refers to a Chinese underwater navigation and communication system used for monitoring and reconnaissance. So, the drone war is not coming, it's not looming, we are in it, right? We started it. We are bombing folks overseas, including American citizens, with robot drones. We're reducing like the human factor in between pulling a trigger and killing someone. If you can separate it by thousands of miles and completely like video gamify it the way we have for today's modern soldiers, then you're asking for people who can kill with far less remorse and far less guilt and cognitive dissonance, and you're asking, for what we've been creating in this country. Now, I'm not one of those guys who's going to say video games are ruining this country or ruining people or making them violent, but I do know nothing that popular that's like a reality simulator has no effect. And if that effect is only specifically to desensitize people to killing via video games, then I think we've already laid the foundation for a horrific future in this country. So, man, drones, what can we do to put this genie back in the bottle? I don't know that there's much they can do, but here's what I predict. I predict, one, they could use a scare about foreign drones to drastically crack down on the ability to possess and fly drones in this country, right? Because if these things are as dangerous as I think they are, even the lowest end drone can be used, like a consumer grade drone could be used to do some really horrible things. And there's the possibility that they're going to try to crack down on that drastically, either through requiring licenses that are very expensive, or making you register all drones, etc. Maybe that's not the worst idea in a world where this kind of thing could happen, but I also know that the technology is not that sophisticated in terms of you could realistically 3D print your own drone at this point. You can buy off-the-shelf electric motors, simple systems, hook them up. The software is actually not that complicated once you have the gyroscope data and the motors and some basic electronic stuff. It's not that difficult to make something like this. So, are you terrified of the drone future? Do you think that we have already gone too far down this road and that the result is not going to be good? Are we headed into a dumpster fire of a 2025? Is that what's destined to happen here? Are we going to be looking back at this time and saying, oh man, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into? It's possible. Anyway, I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching this thing. Thanks for enjoying it. Please, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I don't mind. All I ask is maybe you put a comment and you tell me what I could be getting right or wrong. I'm really enjoying the engagement that I'm getting in the comments. So if you're watching this thing now, please put a comment. Let me know what you think about the future of drone warfare, and maybe you have some insights as to what's going on with these crazy drones. Let me know, and we'll see you tomorrow or next time.